Hi, it's Amelia.
And I'm Mark.
And today we're going to be running through some of our favourite replica CO2 pistols.
Yes, we've got 5 laid out on the table here. So in no particular order, we've got the Luger, the Colt Single Action Revolver, a Walther CP99, a Glock, and a Beretta 92. We'll start off by having a look at the Walther CP99. So
this is the bi-colour one that you've got here.
That's right. We supply these either in what they call the bi-colour, which is nickel. Basically, is a nickel top slide, as you can see, as opposed to the black version. So we retail this for $179.99. The black's a little bit less than that. Really popularised this Walther CP99 in the James Bond films. Ever so simple to use. It's a fairly lightweight feel compared with some of the others like the Beretta 92. So quite simply, takes an 8 shots rotary magazine. So obviously you'd load your 177 pellets, pop it in the top slide, and away you go. Obviously got a rear and a front sight, and a very simple design for popping the CO2 capsule in the bottom. So on the trigger guard there, just press that out, and out comes the CO2 capsule. So unscrew the wheel at the bottom, pop your capsule in, and then tighten until the CO2 capsule grips. Turn round, and that'll pierce it nicely, and away you go. So that's the Walther CP99, been very popular for years.
And those rotary mags as well are quite easy to replace, aren't they, Mark? I think it's just over £20 for a pack of 3, because they do have a tendency to get lost. Should we go on to the Beretta then, seeing as they're maybe the most similar on the table currently? So going over to the Beretta, this is the M92FS. You'll see that immediately when you pick it up, or it might be difficult to tell on camera, but it does have much more of a weight to it. A higher price point with this one, it does come out at around £309, I believe, the nickel and wood finish that we have here. It also comes in nickel and black, and you can also get it in all black as well.
And I believe the all black will be substantially less of a price point than
Yes.
the $309 for the nickel with wood.
Yes, but I did have to pick this one because it is my favourite. A similar style when it comes to the magazine. So you press that button on the front here, pops out the rear. The reason I like this Beretta as well is because a lot of the time with the cheaper CO2 pistols, they can be really fiddly when it comes to loading the CO2. But with these, you're just winding it down. You're going to pop your CO2 in there, wind it back up as much as you can, and then to fully tighten it, you then press the base back into place. And then once that's done, you can just pop the grip back on. Some triggers on pistols, like the Glock that we'll get to later, can be quite heavy, but I don't find the Berettas to be too bad. This pistol as well, you'll notice the hammer here. So this can be used in both single and double action as well. So single and double action, Mark. That can sometimes confuse people, or particularly people who are new to pistols. So explaining the differences between single and double action then.
Well, single action is simply when you pull the hammer right back and then just pull the trigger or release the trigger once. Double, literally what it means, it can be 2-stage, so you can just release the hammer back halfway.
So the single and double tends to refer to what the trigger is doing, or how many actions the trigger is having to do. So when you're using it in double action, you'll notice that as you pull the trigger back, the hammer starts to go back, and when you pull the trigger the full way, it snaps back into place. When you use it in single action and you're pulling down the hammer, the trigger just requires a very slight touch to release.
Moving on maybe to the Colt Single Action. Colt Single Action 45, the old Cowboy's gun. All seen these plenty in the westerns. What we've got here is the antique or the distressed finish. So it already looks hundreds of years old. You don't need to worry too much about getting the occasional scratch on this. The other finishes that are available is a nickel. And then the nickel comes with a stainless barrel and action and a white mother of pearl style hand grip.
And you can get these in both BB and pellet, can't you?
You can get both. You can get all of those finishes in BB and pellet. What we've got here is BB. So just going to give a little demonstration of how that works. So you'll see that we've got a safety down here. So that has just been pushed onto red for fire. So we can open the drum like so. And then we've got cartridge magazine, which we will just pop our BB into. So load, obviously do those all separately. Load up and away you go. CO2 capsule, quite simple. Pop off the hand grip, put your capsule in there, and then that will be tightened with an Allen key, which comes provided in the box.
In actual fact, a lot of people sometimes miss, but the handles have an Allen key as well on these models, so you can use that to tighten it like so.
This one sells for around £179 in the BB, and the pellet version is £20 more than that, so £199 for the pellet and £179 for the BB.
Should we move on to the P08?
Yeah.
So the P08 is the non-blowback version that we have here. It is available in blowback as well, but there is quite a significant price difference between the two. The non-blowback is going out for £119, whereas the blowback version is £169. Just showing you this side, you're going to press this button here for the magazine to pop out, and be careful because it is a bit springy, so it can go flying sometimes. You're going to draw back the spring to load your BBs in the top there. Release that, and obviously there'll be a line of BBs stored in there. I will remove one of the grips to show you how the CO2 is loaded. And again, this is a very user-friendly design. You're just going to wind that down, pop your CO2 pistol in, wind it back up, and then you're going to pop your handle back on. In goes the BB magazine, and then that's set up and ready to use.
Well, this is obviously based on the famous Luger pistol, much used in German military and police and many other countries over the years. So quite an iconic pistol. And then finally, we'll move on to the Glock. So this is the Glock dual ammo.
There's a lot of different variations of Glock, aren't there? So
there are quite a few all pellet varieties, quite a few BB ones as well. But this is a particular favourite because you do have the option of the two different ammunitions. So we'll release the grip here, and you can actually see that you've got 3 magazines. They'll just pop out like so, 8-shot magazines, and then you also have a BB magazine. So it's just a case of whether you want to be using BBs or pellets at the time. Pop the mag back in there once you've loaded up with BBs or pellets, and then just put the hand grip back in. That's the hand grip. We've got the magazines and the pellets there, and then we just put the CO2 capsule in there to be pierced, which we will do. Okay, so magazines loaded, whether it's for pellets or BB, as we've just looked at. Move the slide over, pop your CO2 capsule in there. You can then pierce with the CO2 capsule with an Allen key, which is provided. Push the slide across, and away you go.
So overall, quite a variation of types of pistol available as replicas, different price points, different materials, and different shooting experiences and feels.
Yes, they've all been licensed by Walther, Beretta, Glock, etc. to generally a company called Umarex who make all of these replica pistols, and then really it's just a case of which one you fancy. What's your personal favourite? I know I like the Beretta 92. I like the weight and the feel of it. It's down to you which tickles your fancy. So that's a bit of a roundup of some of our favourite CO2 pistols. Thanks for watching the video, and hope to see you again.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if there are any other video ideas you want us to cover in the future, let us know by dropping us a comment below.